In this segment, I will discuss the most basic concept of sales, features and benefits. Before we begin, if you have not done so already, please download the documents that go with this segment. Let me first begin by making sure you understand that if you are a service advisor, you are in sales. Some of you may think you are not a salesperson. However, the reality is that you sell things every day, from oil changes to tire rotations to wiper blades. So make no mistake about it, you are in sales. Now, sales has different phases to it, and I discussed these and how you should sell in the consultative selling video. For this video, I want to discuss the very basic tenets of sales, which are features and benefits. While features and benefits may sound like a very simple concept that all salespeople should know, in my experience, there is still some confusion about these two words. In this segment, we discuss what each word means and how you should use each when selling. In order to be successful in sales, you need to have a deep understanding of not only what each word means, but also how to use those things that are represented by each word. Let's first start with a couple of definitions. A feature is what something is. You are probably most familiar with those features that are a part of the vehicles you service. For example, you probably discuss things like tires, batteries, or brakes with your customers. These are features of the vehicle. You may also discuss other features like wheel alignment or maintenance service. These are all features. In the execution of your service process step that involves writing the repair order, you are most likely telling your customer what they need to have done. For example, you might tell them that they need new tires or that their vehicle needs a wheel alignment. If a customer comes into your service department with 30,000 miles in their vehicle, you most likely will try and sell them a 30,000 mile maintenance service. You do this by telling them, Mr. Jones, based on the mileage on your vehicle, we recommend the following maintenance be done. You then list everything that a 30,000 mile service entails. The problem with this way of selling is that you are attempting to sell this customer a service by selling them its features. You should not be selling features. Selling features does not add value. What you should be selling is benefits. If you sell benefits, you will be adding value. A benefit is what that feature does for the customer. So, just to repeat, a feature is what something is, a benefit is what it does for that customer. Notice I said that customer, not a customer. Benefits are specific to your customer. For example, a tire rotation is just a feature. The benefit is that it will prolong the life of the customer's tires, therefore reducing their future expense. Replacing a customer's brakes is just a feature. Decreased braking distance resulting in a safer vehicle is the benefit. Value is made when you sell benefits, not features. However, the benefit has to be something that your customer feels is important. Everything you do is about features and benefits. You all know what the features are of the services you sell. Once you know all the features, your job is to get to know your customer so that you can show them what that feature does for them, hence the benefit. If someone at your dealership asks you what the benefits are of a particular feature, your answer should be, it depends on the customer. Yes, you can have an idea of what a benefit would be. For instance, a 30,000 mile service can help extend the life of the vehicle, which is a benefit of that feature. However, if your customer tells you his lease is up at 36,000 miles, this is not a benefit to him. If, on the other hand, you knew this customer was going to be keeping his vehicle until it had over 70,000 miles, then it may be a benefit to that customer. The key to selling benefits is knowing your customer. Keep in mind, as I mentioned earlier, everything you do is features and benefits. When you met your significant other, you were just a feature to him or her. You had to show them the benefits to dating you. Everything is features and benefits, including your service process. When I say your service process is also part of the features and benefits equation, what do I mean? Well, even though you know your products and services well enough to be able to discuss the possible benefits of each feature, it is important to also discuss with your customer the benefits of your service process. Before I tell you what I mean, let's revisit my analogy from the building value in the service process video. In that video, I asked you to think of a very nice restaurant in your town. Perhaps a restaurant that you may go to for a special occasion. I then asked you to think of what adds value for you at this restaurant. You probably first think about the great food quality. While this is important, there are other things that also come to mind. For instance, the great service this restaurant provides. Perhaps they fold your napkin when you get up. Some of these restaurants, when you make your reservation, will ask what type of and location of table you would like to sit at. The waiter will explain in detail any dish you want more information on, or exactly what the specials consist of. This attention to detail is why you are willing to spend possibly $20 for a hamburger at these nice restaurants. However, if I took that exact same hamburger and put it on the McDonald's menu, you would not spend $20 for it. Why? Because the value you receive from this nice restaurant goes beyond its product or food to the incredible process that the restaurant is able to execute so exceptionally. You add value to your service process when you are able to show the customer the benefit in that process. Every part of the service process is just a feature to your customer. You can add value to your process when you show that customer the benefit of that process. For example, do you think a vehicle walk-around is a feature or a benefit? Many of you probably think it is a benefit. It may be a benefit to you because you think it will help you sell services and make more money. However, we are looking at things from the customer's perspective. To them, a vehicle walk-around is just a feature. When you execute that step in the service process exceptionally, you show the customer the benefit to them of that process. For example, during a vehicle walk-around, you are noticing things like scratches or dings. If you see a scratch and you know resale value is important to your customer, you might say, by repairing that scratch, Mr. Jones, you will enhance the vehicle's appearance and preserve its resale value. By discussing the benefit of the feature, which is fixing the scratch, you built value in your process. Jiffy Lube does not do this. If you want to make more gross profit, you must build value into your process as well as into your products and services. Describing the feature and then telling the customer the benefit to them of that feature builds value in your process and therefore increases your gross profit and CSI. Let's take a look at a role play of this. I notice you haven't had any maintenance done on your vehicle here since your 10,000 mile service. Have you had maintenance done elsewhere?
No, it's always serviced here.
Just here. Okay. Well, I'm curious, do you plan on keeping your vehicle a while?
Definitely, definitely over 70,000, probably running up to closer to 80,000 miles.
Well, based on the fact that you're going to keep it a while and that you currently have 31,250 miles on it, we would recommend you do a 30,000 mile service.
Okay.
And let me tell you what's involved in that. We're going to replace the engine oil and filter, which is what you were in for anyway.
Right.
We're going to replace the engine air filter, replace the engine coolant, replace the brake fluid, replace the air condition filter, replace the fuel tank cap gasket. We're going to replace the batteries in your keyless entry.
Okay.
We're going to rotate the tires, which actually can extend the life of the tires, which can save you money down the road.
Right.
We're going to adjust the tire pressure, and then we're also going to take it for a road test.
Okay.
And actually, with many of those items, our customers who have had a 30,000 mile service actually report better gas mileage.
Sure.
And then our technician will also inspect all of these items.
Okay.
And the reason they inspect those things is to make sure that nothing's wrong with them currently. With the last thing you want to do is be on the road down South Jersey on a sales call and break down.
Exactly.
So we're going to inspect those things for you as well. We'll also do a courtesy car wash and vacuum inside. And finally, I know your wife's coming to pick you up, but if you want to tell her to not pick you up, we can give you a loaner car courtesy too.
Okay,
as well.
That's okay for today.
So, and all of that once again is $389. So would you like us to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, we should get this done.
Great. In this role play, you saw me sell the customer a 30,000 mile service. I did this by not only explaining to the customer what the service entailed, the features, but I also showed him the benefits of the service by taking into account what he had previously told me. He said he planned on keeping the vehicle for a while, that he was concerned about gas mileage, and that he traveled in his car for business. Therefore, I used this information to describe the benefits of this service to him. The only way you can sell benefits instead of features is by getting to know your customers. Many of you sell features instead of benefits because you have not asked questions or listened to your customer to find out what is important to them. If you do not know what your customer's hot buttons are, you will be forced to either sell them the features or list all the benefits of a particular feature. When you regurgitate all the possible benefits of a particular feature, you are showing that customer that you do not care about them. All you care about is making a sale. You may actually make the sale. However, you will not be adding any value. When you don't add value, you do not make as much gross profit or have as high customer satisfaction scores. You also do not increase the customer's trust in you. You must get to know your customer. When do you get to know your customer? This process starts the moment you speak to them for the first time, be it on the phone or in person. When you are with them, you will use the skills and tools from the questioning skills video and the listening techniques video, as well as the appointment, greeting, and walk-around videos to determine what is most important to them. You should always be thinking about how you are going to show them the benefit of something as you are talking to them. This way you can make a note when they say something like, "Gas prices are crazy." You will know that you can use this information later on. If you skip steps in the beginning of the service process, you will not be able to sell them on the benefits and will be left talking to them about the features. I would like to tell you another example of selling benefits. Let's say you have a customer that needs a wheel alignment. The first thing you want to do is tell that customer what the feature is. In other words, explain what a wheel alignment is. For example, "Mr. Jones, a wheel alignment checks and adjusts the angles of your wheels and tires. The wheel alignment affects how your vehicle rides and how well it handles on the road." So far, all I have said are the features of the alignment. Now I want to tell them the benefits. So I would say, "Mr. Jones, adjusting the alignment will extend the life of your tires, which will save you money in the long run." In this case, I told the customer a benefit that had to do with saving money. I could have also told him that the alignment would make the vehicle safer to drive. What benefit I use depends on the customer. You need to find out what is important to your customer and then take that feature and make it a benefit to them. Explaining what a feature is to a customer and how that feature benefits them is not only good for you, but also is good for your customer. Selling benefits is a more customer-centered way to sell your products and services. I mentioned earlier that this will mean more sales at a higher gross profit with increased customer satisfaction for you. It will also be a more pleasant experience for your customer as well. Just as going to a nice restaurant is a better experience than going to McDonald's.